This is when come to the middleware. Okay, we should not start with the what is middleware. Okay, normally when it is comes to the any topic, for example, topic is DNS. So then put a question is what is DNS? What is Active Directory? What is PowerShell? What is the use of PowerShell? Like that. So we discuss it. To understand a middleware is very simple. Okay, and of course I have a PPT or not. I have to check it before that one. I think I have some notes is also there. Okay, so we'll see that one. So I just only I got in that mind. I want to start a middleware. Otherwise, I will arrange the data before we start. Okay. The PowerShell PPT is also there here. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So then can go to. Okay. The question is, what about this kind of middleware? Guys, we access a lot of things, right? So we know how to program. We learn databases, programming skills, kind of stuff, right? So like that, we learn a lot of things. So finally, I didn't find my middleware kind of stuff. No. Okay, so we try to find do a lot of things, right? So here it is my paint, so I will try to explain the middleware very simple way. Okay, so for example, here it is. Yeah, someone says, okay, Jishan came. That's the only one thing. I am my booting noon time effect or something. Look at here, guys. When it is comes to the word called middleware, again the question is middleware kind of stuff. So first of all, understand a middleware in a very simple manner. It is in a middle. For example, you have a hardware, you have a hardware, you have an operating system, right? And user, and you have an application layer, applications running on here, and this is the user kind of stuff, right? So you can put a this is the user. User is running an application. Application required hardware resources. Application required hardware resources and hardware resources and operating system platform. So this operating system is acting like a middleware, acts like a middleware. So we can tell a small introduction about a middleware is the thing which is in the middle of doing something. Okay, so this is one example you can able to tell. Operating system acts like a middleware in the computer system. So this is one thing we can able to tell. Don't worry. Middleware between your hardware and application for the user. Right. So this also we can state an operating system. One example we can able to Okay. Next, for example, we have to discuss few more things in the middleware, like a distributed systems, distributed operating system, distributed system. What is this distributed kind of stuff? What is this distributed kind of stuff? Guys, we seen NFS, right? NFS. What is NFS?
New technology file system.
That is NTFS. This is NFS. Tell me. CAFS. Very good. Bharadwaj told. Network file system. Network file system. Common internet file system. Samba. Samba sharing files, right? So like that, right? NFS, network file system. Here, look at here. This is a one PC, okay, like a PC1 or Linux one, Linux box. This is PC2. I am sharing a folder here, okay, using NFS. I'm sharing a folder using NFS, or maybe Windows file sharing, anything, no problem. You're sharing a data. Your data is here. Just for example, understanding only. You have a data, you shared it. You're accessing data from here through network. Through network. Okay. So how to access? First of all, you send a request. You have to send a request. I want to access your data. Right. So this side means the PC1 side, someone will check your user authentication, access permissions, do it, right? So it acts like a middle one. It acts like a middle one. So they will check it is yes. Can you accept the request? Not to accept the request. Permissions, no permission kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. So like that, this is also act like a middle between these two systems. Okay. So not only this, everything is there is a person. Person means there is a software or maybe a hardware act like a connections, act like a connection or a communicating point. So that is we can call it as a middleware. For example, you take RPC, remote procedure call, RPC. So when I'm trying to say an example with sharing files kind of stuff, so it use RPC, remote procedure call, to establish the connection between one device to another device. Okay. RPC, remote procedure call, remote procedure call, like that. So different type of middlewares are there. You can get small notes regarding middleware like this. So what is the middleware? How does it works? And also I put a YouTube link also. You can try two-tier client server kind of stuff. You can try it. Okay, so what is usually middleware is two levels on any device. First one is operating system, which is low level software whose maintain low level software whose main role is to manage device resources and control device basic function. Second is applications that are meant to run on top of operating system. These applications expand functionality of device beyond what is offered by operating system. Okay, middleware refer to any behind the scene of software that allow us to level communication to interact with each other. So these are the other things like a management system, application server, web server, and other similar to support a development delivery of applications. So REST, web services, JSON, simple object access protocol, and like these are all comes under these nodes only, but there is a small thing is there. You can also go through this use of middleware, type of middleware, message oriented middleware, remote procedure call middleware, database middleware, application programming interface, object middleware, transaction processing TP middleware, robotic middleware, integration middleware, application framework, device middleware. Okay, yeah, game engines, portals, content centric middlewares. I'm going to game engines. Guys, anybody will tell an example for game engines middleware? Anybody knows? Remember? No idea? This is my computer. Okay, so I have a hardware. So I have a my motherboard is there, and there is a graphic card is also there. Okay, so what is the use of this graphic card? GPU to accelerate graphics, right? So to understand and process the graphic related. This is my hardware point, and I have an operating system. I have an operating system layer is also there. Next, game is nothing but a application, right? So game is nothing but a application. So whenever earlier days when I use the games, now still now I download a game and install the game on operating system, right? I install a game on operating system. Now, so with the operating system platform, I can run the game. With the help of GPU, I can able to accelerate gaming performance, media loading, smoother media loading will increases if I am using a graphic card, right? So directly I'm installing a game on a. Now what is this game engines? We'll see here it is. It is a in middle between this one. So it is a game engine is actually installing on your voice. Like it is nothing but a some application. Okay. So when you installing a game, the game is installed on game engine. So the game engine knows how to run this application, updating the application, managing and interact with your application. So you won't put a more burden on your operating system to run your game because of this game engines are taking care of your game means that environment, payment methods like that. Examples of game engines are Stream, Unity, Unity, but that is more popular. Stream. I'm searching for a Stream because last time we installed a Stream in our PC. Unity, Stream, some one more is I usually install that one. So okay. Okay. So you want to develop a mobile a graphic thing or a game, okay, any media like related creations you want to do it, so it will provide a platform to do that one, or you want to play the related one also, you can do it. It's a cross platform engine developed by Unity Technologies. The stream link stream. Okay, no problem. So I have another one. If I open, it will give you another problem. So you know Facebook games, guys. Facebook games.
Yes, sir.
This is the Facebook game room. Just directly it is available. Last time I have a streams also there, but I deleted it. Okay. So like this, there is a game streaming apps are there. So yeah, this is the one. Yeah, you can see the symbol. That is a symbolic representation of game stream kind of stuff. Okay, even though if you play using a PS4 kind of stuff, okay, if you are using a PS4 kind of stuff, then also you can able to um, playing a games like a managing multiple games into single platform kind of stuff. You are getting streaming gaming also you are getting. Okay. Yeah, so why today? Okay, so what's the point is? It is one of the middleware example. Okay, for easy understanding. So I like that. So you can understand other things. Maybe you guys know application programming interfaces. Anybody? Application programming interface, REST APIs, kind of stuff. What is this application programming interface? For example, I have a different applications are there. So each application will do different kind of stuff, right? I have some application here. I'm running an application. Okay. I'm running an application. So I build an application or I run an application. So when I given some information, so that application should send a message and return some value, right? So that's what I'm getting. Like for example, I'm doing pinging. I given a ping command, ping some IP address or a ping some domain name. The request has to go and reply back, right? So like that. So there is a must be an interface to go outside. That's first example. That is also an example. So compulsory go through these things, guys. Transaction management, application server, security, message queues, directory, and web server. Just go through once. You will get to know what is the use of this middleware. Just read only once. I am trying to explain, but I'm not getting much idea, which is the easy example to understand. Okay. Okay. These are the different platforms also there. So to see this kind of middleware. Now, when it comes to the middleware, okay, so never talk first about a middleware. On a real thing is the middlewares are different type of middlewares are there. So what I'm going to do is I'll put in names only, so I don't give much types and names, just I will tell. You can see network application, enterprise facility. How to explain this? So many things are there. So first one is, okay, so don't worry guys, just relax and listen, that's it, okay. Message oriented middleware, types of middlewares. Usually very less time only we talk about these things. Type of middleware allow direct access and interact with the database. Database middleware is most common and most widely used type of middleware. It is most used by developers and mechanism to request information from the database hosted either locally or remotely. Good example of database middleware is SQL database software. Okay, SQL database software. Guys, do you have anybody having an idea or example database middleware? With that one, we can build an answers. Small answers are enough. Any idea? You have a database in Oracle. Database is there. Now you want to access. Which application you use to access it? Or which language you use to access? It's a Oracle database, not SQL database, right? It is Oracle database. But you are accessing a database using SQL, right? So that is one type. So that's which we are using to communicate with a database. The language we are using to communicate with a database. Next, to connect it, what we are using? SQL plus. From CMD, which program we are using to connect your database? SQL plus. Another one is there, SQL connection. So SQL server. I'll show you that one. So C drive. This is SQL developer. This is an application. This is an application. Using this application, you can connect your locally installed or remotely installed SQL database server. Okay. The language we are using SQL. The SQL development or a developer. Which one I showed? SQL developer is an application to connect your remote database. SQL plus, which you know, SQL plus is to connect your database. So application is in middle between your database and user. So it works like it is a one type of middleware. One type of middleware. APIs, application programming interface. Nowadays, lot of different APIs are there, like a JSON kind of APIs are there. JSON is also API. JSON, YAML, YAML. These are all like a program is defines how to connect. Like I have a application. For example, same example, we'll take a database. I have a database engine and I have a web server. I have a web server. So I want to make a connection. So when I put a data, like I create a form. So yeah, which one is better form? No forms are there. Yeah. Book my show. Again, I will go to book my show. I will again come back to book my show. So, but at present, look at here. So this is okay. So yeah, I've opened book my show instead of book my ticket kind of stuff. It's okay. So I've opened book my show. See, this is a front end software. So I'm accessing this one, but back end there is a database. So database contains the data. Database contains data. Some other data is also that some pictures, videos, and streaming payment methods. So different set of data is there. For example, I want to book a ticket. I want to book a ticket. So it will show the book is available or not like that, right? So whenever I try to book the ticket, so then I have to pay the amount, right? So I have to pay the amount. The payment again, different payment gateway. So you have to transfer the data to the bank, information to the bank, and the bank detect our amount, and it will tell amount is transferred to the one. So then transaction successful. You can finalize the ticket booking, right? So how many systems are working? Sister, I'm trying to say, tell an example here. Okay. Okay, look at here. I open a web page. Open a web page. Meaning is the page is somewhere in the web server. The page is in the web server. So this is my web browser. Okay, this is my web browser, but this is a server. In server, data should be there. Data is located in your database server. Okay, the media data, not just a name or a kind of stuff. Means structured data will be in a database, but unstructured like the pictures, videos that you can't store in a table, right? That related metadata stores in some media part. Okay, links kind of stuff. So that is in the separate storage, right? So that is separate machine or maybe same machine. Next one is banks are different, right? So you have to do payment kind of stuff. So different banks are there. Again, there is a unit. So when you say like yes, book the ticket, payment option. So then payment gateways. Through the payment gateway, you reach the bank. The bank returns yes, amount is transaction successful. Amount is sent to your organization. Again, it will returns, right? Yes, payment successful and confirm the ticket booking, right? Same thing. So for querying it, you have to send information to database. The database will give the information to your site, your servers. Okay, and media will load that information. Media servers load the media pictures and all from that one. Okay, so it is look like confusing, but thing is what I'm trying to say is there is an application running in a server, there is another application running in a server, they need to communicate. So one of the communication gateway is APIs, application program interfaces. Okay, so different ways of programming, different type of application programming interface are there, like a REST APIs are there, JSON is there, SOAP is there, SAOP kind of stuff, not a SOAP. Okay, SOAP is uh, simple object application program, something is there, right? SOA is there, like that one. Interface, you can interact. YAML is also there, okay, right? So whenever you're trying to connect one from one kind of application or a server to another application, you're transferring the data. So we need a middle person that is also can be a application programming interface. So that is type of application programming interfaces. So 11th March releasing, really? No, I don't watch any movies. I don't know what is this object middleware. So object will may request broker. Okay, the role of object is to control the communication between object in the distributed computing. Object middleware allow one computer to take program calls to another through computer network. Okay, it's allow request and objects to send through the object system. So many days over now by studying. Okay, this is also very easy, guys. So object in a distributed computing. What is a distributed computing? It meaning is as I shown one thing. So that is really a distributed computing. Okay, meaning is, for example, this is a machine, another machine, another machine, another machine, another machine, like that. For example, this is my database server, stores database. Okay, so this is my application server. It runs some application, web server. This is my Tableau server. Or this is my OBIE server or BI server. What I'm trying to say is it contains a data. It contains a data. Okay. Yeah, what we have to say? Yep. No. It is not a different type of servers. We'll go to object middleware. We are trying to say object middleware, right? So here in this one, so we don't go to which type of server it is. Here it is. I'm running an application. I write a code. I'm running an application. While it is running, executing an application in middle of the program, like for example, I've written a code, call some information, get some information from other system, right? So it calls some application from other system, run this particular part in the different system and get back the result and continue. So it is small confusion, right? Very simple, guys. Actually, it is very simple. So I want to do some calculation. So for example, I want to do some calculation. The program is not in my system. Okay, for particular program, I'm doing some program, some writing thing, but the particular program is not here. How to go to some other PC? I want to run in that PC. This is a distributed system. This is distributed computing. It means not a single server works alone. So we use a multiple servers. Each server runs with a different kind of task. Again, each server runs with a different type of task. Okay, so when I'm running a job, here is when I'm running certain job or a certain thing. So it is distributed to different systems. Okay, it is distributed to different systems and runs. And these systems are coordinate each other and communicate each other for one single task. For single task. It is example they use in a banking system, so it's not much small, right? So single system cannot handle entire kind of work, right? So we distributed among the multiple things. Either they having same application or a different application. That's why I've written a names. For example, I have a database engine. Means Oracle DB is there. For example, Oracle DB is there. So it we can ask a query and we can get a query, but I want to analyze the data. So I don't put a data. Okay, so simple. This is my database server. I have a data. Now I want to analyze the data. I want to take the data and analyze the data. So I don't install other application in the same machine. So what I will do, I will install an application for that purpose in different PC. In this PC only, I will tell I want a report on a particular data. So I want a particular report, like I want a certain ratio. Okay, what is the comparison between 2020 to 2021, and what is the 2022 comparison, some economic comparison. I try to query from this PC. This PC having that related application, like maybe a SAP application, or a Oracle application, or maybe Oracle OBE applications, BI applications, Power BI applications are there, Salesforce applications are like that. So different type of, not a Salesforce. Okay, yeah, of course that is also an application. Okay, nowadays like so we are interacting with this machine. So it is a application interface only. It is providing application interface to us, and it is taking input, but the original information located in this one. So it will communicate to this server and get the information and take the information to here and analyze, show the result on our screen. So that is like a communication between two machines. So one machine alone won't work everywhere. So then we distribute the work to multiple systems. So when they are communicating, so they will communicate to call the function from the different PCs to do a task. Okay, a very good explanation without understanding anything. Transaction process middleware. Guys, just only once, at least read one by one. So it is controlling transaction apps, pushing database updates related to transaction enforcement, robotic middleware. So this is belongs to robots only, robotic middleware. Very important is, as I think these are very important. Application work framework, device middleware. Device middleware is simply your hardware drivers. Device middleware is nothing but a hardware drivers. What is hardware drivers? What is hardware drivers, guys? So you are having a graphic card. Your operating system not understand how to work with your graphic card. So what you have to do? Install the graphic card drivers. Okay. You have a audio chipset is there. You install operating system, but audio's not coming. No sound. You are playing a music, but sound is not coming outside. So what to do? Install the audio driver. So then audio driver, your operating system can communicate to your hardware. That's what I am trying to say. Middleware it is. This is the OS block. This is the hardware block. Your operating system know how to interact with the hardware, but there is a different type of hardware components are there. Your OS may not know how to interact with that one, like audio chips, video chips, networks, Wi-Fi network, Bluetooth networks. Your operating system don't understand that type of component. What to do? We have to install a small piece of program called it as a device drivers, audio drivers, video drivers, network drivers. Okay, the chipset related drivers, the company related company related drivers are there. You have to install. So if you are installed, then your operating system knows how to interact with them. Operating system knows how to interact with them. That is a device middleware. Game engines, already I told. So game engines are used to develop the games, work with your graphic related kind of stuff, running the games. Like example, Unity, Stream. Few more things are there. Actually, I installed in my PC. AL, AL. Really, why I'm not able to recollect anything? How to open programs and features? Appwiz.cpl. Appwiz.cpl. Okay, so just I put a this is Facebook game room. Far Cry 3. Far Cry 4 is not there, I think. See, this is a Delta Force Extreme. It does not require any API kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, we are conducting meetings. That is also a one interface. This is OpenAL. This also belongs to that one only. 12C Express Edition. Unity Web Player. Ubisoft Game Launcher. Ubisoft Game Launcher. Okay, I said no. I know it. I understand. See, Unity Web Player, Ubisoft, OpenAL, Stream and all. I deleted it. I think so. I removed that one. Stream kind of stuff. Okay. Not only that one, there are a lot of things like their company, their related one. We can use it, and also you can go through this here. Your Microsoft store, you can also find certain game engines there. You can able to play certain games, online games you are playing. So that is required a backend engine. So it's accelerate your game memory kind of stuff, manage your hardware. Okay, so both you can do both development and work on it. So that is what I'm trying to say. Remote procedure call is mainly when you are connecting to one system to another system, when you are communicating from one system to another system, like sharing files, pinging, like that. So we are this middleware will be used. Every system by default having middleware. Message oriented. So it's the same thing like a pinging, accessing information, like that. So message oriented thing. So this is the use of middleware. Very big one. So we already seen that middleware acts like between software, different softwares. Okay, it is what exactly what is a part of acting different software. It is not required. Transaction management, application server. Transaction management means middleware can be used to manage and control individual transactions and ensure that any problem do not interrupt databases. Okay, so when you are transaction, like in a you can try yes listener. What is this? This is I am using. This is the thing we use to connect database, Oracle database server. or a database server. Actually, it is a DB server to application. Example, SQL developer. Or, exactly same. When you are trying to access the network, need this API. Okay, means this middleware help you to access your database through network. So that is thing. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Middleware can be used to manage and control individual transactions, ensure that any problems do not corrupt the system or database. Application server can be used to host API and allow other application to access and use the main application business logic and process. Okay, so this another use of middleware, that is it make interaction between one application running in a PC to another application in same or different PC. This thing, okay, to establish business logic and process. Middleware can be used to authenticate client programs and confirm that program and the user behind the programs are actually who they claim to be. It means I'm trying to access, for example, I'm trying to access from my application to the banking, or for example, IRCTC morning only we tried. So I am trying from my IRCTC application. So I'm trying to book my ticket. So then once I given information, so then once you confirm, you'll go to payment option, right? So when payment option, payment thing is a different kind of stuff. Again, that is different application. Like I want to pay with a Google Pay. Google Pay will open and authentication between your application to Google Pay, right? Flipkart is there, Amazon is there. You try to buy something, is asking buy with a UPIs. I'm going to click on UPI. It is asking give me your UPI ID or which one you want to, Phone Pay or GPay or Paytm. I will select it and it will authenticate is the user is correct user or not, or application is correct your application or not, like that. Okay, guys, understand that one? So security part, at least I'm trying to make a picture, the middleware picture in the only middleware sense only. There is another story is there. I'll tell other story. That is my story. My story means not my personal story. Okay, understand at least. You may use these applications, right? Amazon, Flipkart, right? No one is okay. Message queuing middleware can be used to pass messages between different systems or softwares. Yeah, of course. I have a SharePoint server. I have a mail server is there, right? That so I can communicate from my mail server to SharePoint server. Like I can share the data from SharePoint server to mail server. That is also there. Okay. So I can access my what are the calendar. If you see, this is my calendar. So in my calendar, it is showing there is a meeting. Same information I can able to see from my Outlook. Okay, because it is in the same organization, automatically it share the information, sync the information, and as well as forward the information also. Today everything is slow since morning. Morning class also happened like that. Okay, this is one. This is two meetings are there. So like this. See, there's a meeting. So like that. So this is one more example we can able to tell like that. Yeah, where it is. So directory middleware can be used to as a directory, so enabling client programs to locate other services within the distributed enterprise. So directly enabling client programs to locate other services within the distributed enterprise. Yeah, so many things are there. Also accept, middleware can also accept client requests from web server and channel to them to main server and database server, and middleware response to the browser. Yeah, this one I will explain in a web server only. So very simple example, I want to book a ticket. So then again, same thing, book my show. Okay, so when I open the URL, so it is showing some data. Now I want to book my ticket. So then open the thing, query where it is located. Okay, and confirm, right? So this is my interface is web server. So somewhere web server is there. It is giving me this data, but your the middleware actually in between that after web server, the middleware will take our request to the database or application servers. Then we can able to communicate. So explanation of middleware with our real web application is very easy. You know, earlier days I started to explain middleware with JSP servlets, and now I'm not doing that. Okay. I like to explain that write really what is get method, what is put method kind of stuff. Now I'm not doing anything. Okay, just you can read how does a middleware works, what is a middleware, like that. Importance of middleware, examples of a common middleware. Choose middleware platform, wrapping up, something is there. So already I told it is my link. Okay, Latif Tech Notes. You can go and learn from it. Okay, so this is the link also there. Just go through this one. Also, you can find how to access. There is a question is there. What is middleware? Use of middleware. Because there's a time will come up and then we will explain. So, guys, it's very simple to understand. A middleware is not a single thing. It is multiple things. So you should understand few more things like a distributed or computing. Like that, distributed system, distributed computing, distributed operating system. You can search in Google like what is a distributed operating system. Okay, so what is this kind of stuff? To simply in an explanation, a task is run by several very simple one way. What is a single task or a single work? I want to access book my show, but not one server is working there. It's web servers are working there, application servers are working there, database servers are working. APIs like to connect a payment gateways services are working, right? So these are all multiple servers, multiple applications are interacting with each other to do a single task. To do a single task. So a task is run by several systems or a computers. Several systems or a computers is a distributed system, a distributed computing or a operating system. What is the advantage of running like this? It is where I've written types I've written, advantage I didn't written. Okay. It controls the overall function of the thing is controls. One second. Okay, the overall function will be controls. Okay, so where the issues occur, that only point will be displays where the issues occur. It is a problem with the application, it is a problem with the user query, user authentication. Okay, application authentication, one application to another application authentication, or maybe it is the gateways, public connectivities. So we can easily understand where the issues occur. Second is it fastened the process. It fastened the process. Okay. The process, because several systems are running. Several systems are running. So less chance of crash. Down. Okay, less chance of down kind of stuff. Okay. It's easy to solve the problem and clarity, like which thing is working like that. So it's there. Okay. So it fastens the process. That is. Okay, guys, this is about a directly the point is the middleware kind of stuff where we use type of middleware kind of stuff. But the next point is not that one. You have to take the break and relax, have a tea. I will explain very simple where we use this different market. So I will tell first of all about a web server. Okay, first thing is what is web server, what is the different type of web server and applications used for a web server. Next, what is application server, different type of application server, what is the use of application server. Next, what is backend, means you know the database server. So web server, database server, application server. So that entire story I will explain one by one, and already I think I forwarded one video. So similarly, so each one we will discuss. Okay, so if you understand up to now, good. If you not understand, I already told, go to the page which is already there, try to get it, or at least try to watch the video. You may get little idea what is the database thing. Okay, so maybe my approach also uh, may not give a clarity. It is not a regular classes, right? So that's the point. Okay, take a break, 10-15 minutes. 15 minutes is enough, I think. Yeah, 450 is enough, or 455. 455. 5. Okay, we have hardly 1 hour to explain. Okay, take a break, have a tea or coffee. Don't sleep, guys. People are not even speaking.